All the cats?
Well, the 3 that were...
Okay. Hey everybody, this is Kevin and Shelly here at Brown's Homestead Harvest House and Hunter's Haberdashery. Hey, we're just making up a brine for some more bacon, 2 pork bellies. We're gonna do again. We're not gonna inject these this time. I did remove the skin on them. Shelly's just mixing up the brine right now. This is a brine for 20 pounds of bacon meat, and it'll sit in here for 3 days. So it's Monday afternoon, so basically Thursday afternoon we'll pull it, freeze it, Friday smoke it, that type of stuff. Actually smoke it, then freeze it, sorry. But Shelly's mixing it up. We'll grab it here. The 2 pork bellies in a second. They're on ice also. There's a double tub, and we have ice packs underneath. Okay, we're gonna be putting the 2 pork bellies in the brine. 4 gallons of water. We upped it just a little bit because it was really good, but for some family members and friends, they're like, man, maybe a little salty. So everybody's got their own way. So we're gonna dilute this just a little bit more by another gallon. And we're not injecting it, so it should be a really mild, basic bacon, but it's really good. So here's one. I'm gonna grab the other one. Yeah, so I'll come back every 2 or 3 hours and we'll rotate these slabs around, make sure they're submersed. But for right now, I'll let them soak like this, then I'll totally submerge them here in a couple hours. This will be probably 20 pounds of bacon. I did clean off the skin though. Some people leave the skin on. I try to trim it off, most of it. So that's how people prefer it for us. So we'll keep you posted. Hi everybody. We're now pulling the bacon out of the brine. I'm gonna dry it off. I'm gonna take a slice off of it because we wanna make sure it's not too salty or it has cured all the way. It's been 3 days. And we'll cook it real quick in the microwave and taste it. We should be good to go, but we're just gonna take some precautionary measures to make sure we're good to go. I got the beard net on. One slab's a little bigger than the other, no big deal. We'll pat dry them, hang them on the bacon hooks, and then we'll smoke them. And we'll cut off a piece. This is and this is a meaty one, Shelly's here. She just doesn't want to be in the film, but she does need to get a plate ready so we can cook this piece of bacon. Okay, I got it. Okay, cut them. We're gonna cut these ones also once it's done smoking, and we're slicing it up. We're gonna cut them down a little bit thinner. I had it on, I think, 6.5 on the dial for the Bazurba slicer there. I think I'm gonna go down to 6 or 5.5 because it was pretty good, but it was thick, so it was almost like a ham bacon, almost too thick. It wasn't really good for BLTs because you'd get a nice chunk of meat. So we're gonna slice them a little bit thinner this time and show you the results on that. And some people like it thick, thin, whatever. But for sandwiches, I think that medium to thin is probably the better because then you can put like a ½ pound on there for you and you still bite through it really nice. Hey, when you're doing bacon slab, pork bellies to do bacon, when you buy them or you get them, try to look for them where they're a little more consistent on their thickness throughout the pork belly. That other one was smaller because one of the ends, probably towards the front, was thick, like probably 4 inches thick. So I trimmed it off, we cut it off, and we'll use it for sausages and stuff like that, or some more thicker bacon. But anyways, yeah, just make sure your consistency is, your thickness is consistent throughout. It makes it a lot easier for slicing and curing and stuff. No, we did not inject these ones, but we let them sit. That's why we're kind of testing it, but We just beeped off, so we'll see what happens here. Let me skewer this guy. Hey-yo!
It's very hot.
No, it's not. Okay, taste test. That's grubbin. Grubbin. What do you think, Ma? Oh, yeah. That's some good stuff right there, baby. Yeah. I can tell it's not as salty as one of those batches, but it has, oh my gosh, this has a really good flavor, Mom. You tasting that? That's good to go, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so on our previous batches, we used 3.5 gallons of water per our bag mix for the bacon. We kicked it up to 4.5. 4. Just that half a gallon of water diluted that. Man, that was really good. Diluted the concentration just a little bit more, and we didn't inject it. I think we just found the ticket. That's the ticket. So these two hanging. I got the little smoker going. We're gonna put them in there, let them sit for about a half an hour, let them evaporate a little bit of the water off of them. They're still a little, you know. And then I'll put the smoke pan on there, and we'll smoke them for about 2 hours. I'll pull them, we'll let them hang, cool off, and then we'll stick them in the freezer, and we'll slice probably Friday or Saturday. Where's the bacon? Did you eat it all? She ate all the bacon. That's good, isn't it? Hopefully you can see this. It's a real pink, real light pink bacon. It doesn't have that like darker stuff from the store, which could be brown sugar and stuff like that. But once it comes out of the brine, it's really light. It's really good. This is real good. Are we filming? Okay. Into the smoker we go. This is the little guy. This one's perfect for, oh, forgot to put a rod in there. Shell, can you grab me a dowel? I gotta put a dowel in there this way. I guess there's those little hooks up top, but I'll put a dowel in. There's the little lips for the trays. I put a dowel in that way. And then the bacon hangs just like that. And we'll cook it. So, keep you posted. 8:45, the bacon just went in, and we'll keep going with it. Okay, everybody, it's about 10 o'clock. They've been in for about an hour and 40 minutes, whichever camera we got going on here. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the smoker down, pull them out, pull out the 3 slabs of bacon, because I went back and I cut that longer one in a shorter piece, because we tested a piece in the middle after we shut the cameras off. Shelly wanted to taste inside the middle, make sure we were good to go. So we're all good to go. This is really good bacon. It's been smoking for an hour and a half. The smoke's done on it, the little pellets and smoke chips. So I'm gonna pull it out of the smoker and hang it on the rail right here. We'll let it cool for about 2 hours. Then we'll put it in the freezer, let it freeze overnight. And then I'll pull it out in the morning and thaw it, and then we'll slice it thin, and we'll show you that process. But anyways, let's get it out of the smoker and show you. Gotta shut it off. Unplug. And now we'll get these going here. Yum, yum. It's nice golden brown. Oh, it smells good. Nice good smoke on it. It'll be steaming for a little bit. We'll hang them up here. Let me get the other 2 slabs out. You know you got good smoke when your stainless steel meat hooks are kind of a goldish color from the smoke. That's freaking awesome. So here's the 20 pounds of bacon, which is pretty good, you guys. We'll clean it up. Oh, I wish you could smell the bacon's in here. These dowels I use for inside the smoker to hang stuff on, these are about 25 years old, and they used to be that like fur color, pine color, that white, but over 25 years of smoking and cooking in there, these things are dark chocolate brown. So hey, stay tuned. We're gonna let these things cool and get them in the freezer later. I probably won't show you that because we'll just put them on some paper, put them in the later freezer real quick. And then tomorrow we'll pull them out and I'll show you the slicing process. Bacon is really good. If you can do this at home, if you have a smoker, you know, anything, and get your brine going, you guys can make your homemade bacon, which is really good. You just gotta find a brine that you like and stuff like that. Meat slicers you can get, you know, off Amazon, a cheaper one, which can do it. We'll give you a tour. I've had a couple people comment wanting to see a tour of the meat shop, the butcher shop, which is kind of cool because it used to be our horse barn. And this is just a hobby for us. We like doing it. We do wild game, you know, during the seasons and stuff, but this is just our hobby for family and friends, and don't do it for a business, but it's fun to do. But we'll give you a tour of everything and how we acquired everything and the years of doing this. So it's kind of neat though. So hey, stay tuned. We'll show you the process, finish it up tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Okay, everybody, this is Kevin here. It's Saturday morning. I pulled the bacon out at 6:30, so it's been 3 hours. It's still probably 50-60% frozen. Good time to do it. We're gonna slice it up this morning, and like I said in the earlier segment, I'm gonna go a little thinner on my dial, which goes to 0 to 24 on this. So I'll dial it, you know, to the right, and that adjusts the thickness of the blade right here from the sliding tray through the blade. So I'm gonna take it to, I think, 5, and we'll test that and see how that works on this bacon. It may have to go to 4.5 to 6, but anyways, it adjusts the, here's the gauge. So what I do is I'll, you know, adjust it. So obviously higher the number, the bigger the gap. See, so now I'm going from 18 to 5 on my depth gauge dial there, and it adjusts between the blade and the knife. I mean the plate and the knife. I'll do a couple test slices and we'll kind of see how that goes. I'm right at 5 on the dial, so let me slice a couple pieces of bacon for us. See what happens. And of course you're gonna have to slice a piece or two. And obviously, oh, that might be a little thin, but I'll wait till Shell gets down here. I'm gonna take this to 5.5, because here's a 5, which I don't know if you can really tell. That might be like store-bought bacon thickness. But I'm gonna go 5 and then 5.5 and see which way Mama likes it. So I went 5 and 5.5. This is 5, 5.5. I'm thinking I'm liking the 5.5 better, but I gotta wait for Shelly to get here before we do any more. So she's on her way down from the house to the butcher block, and we will go from here and let you know. Okay, Shelly just showed up, and we did the test tastes on the 5 and the 5.5 bacon. And I think for our standard cut, I know we should know this by now, but we've been making it a little thick. For our standard cut is gonna be 5 on the dial, and then 5.5 to 6 we'll be calling our thicker cut. So now we kind of know. We're gonna go 5.5 right now, and I'll do a plate of those, probably one slab of that 5.5, and then the other slab we will do 5. And then also for future reference, it was my fault. We kind of conglomerated it, did everything and intermixed it with the bacon, and that was not a good thing to do either. And then we just put all one date on there, which wasn't good either. So from now on, we're gonna put the thickness and the date processed for it, and that'll really tell us, for us, detail work. So because everybody likes their bacon a little bit different, because everybody's different. So this will, so when we're having it in the freezer, we'll be able to look, boom, good, and we can cater to everybody's individual taste. So right now, I'm on 5.5, and I will slice one slab 5.5, one slab 5. So that's where we're at. And yes, it is really good. So hey, we're just gonna slice these up, and once we get kind of completed with that, we will carry on with the wrapping and finishing this up. Okay, we got all the bacon sliced up. On the end is the 5.5s. In the middle is the 5s, thickness, like I said. And then this is the bacon bits, bacon chunks, you know, from squaring it off and then chopping it up. So you can use these for soups, salads, you know, gratin potatoes, mix it in, whatever you want, just nice chunks of bacon, fry them up in your cast iron or whatever. But Shell's gonna wrap these. We're gonna wrap them in 1 pound, there we go. Let's see what we're doing here. 1 pound packages, and then we'll date them, and then we'll put, you know, 5 or 5.5 or bacon bits. Get these labeled up, wrapped up, and we'll be done. Shelly has a little scale here down to the ounces and the grams, so she'll do her 1 pounders, and then we'll start the wrapping process. And we have a visitor right now. It's my worker helper, Alexis Creel. She's coming in to do a bacon sample test. So, okay.
Oh my god, it's so good in here.
Wait a second. Okay.
Yummy.
I'm gonna, if you have just 5 minutes.
I do.
These are 5.5 thick. This is 5.
I'm done.
You may not like it though. She probably won't like it.
I can no, but I like it already.
I can add some black pepper in there, but you can do that at home if you guys like black pepper bacon. It's so good on burgers. It's like Swiss and jalapenos on there.
Stop, I'm so
A little
hungry.
barbecue and mayonnaise on there.
Oh,
Sauteed onions. Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, just the flavor is one thing, but we need to kind of know the thickness. So see how that might be just a little chewier?
Yeah. This is a constant debate in our house. Nick likes it like very good.
That's how Clint was.
We have
Oh.
our oldest son likes it where it's
It
like
used
the
to.
bubbly fat.
The bubbly fat. Bleh.
Oh, my daughter takes all the fat off and eats all the fat and leaves all the meat. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Give me the meat.
But this is better for sandwiches.
Yep.
Definitely.
Okay,
It
Mom.
just bites right off.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we're doing 5 for our standard cut. So if people ask, well, we do sandwiches, we can go 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a
Go
fan.
ahead, finish them
No.
off. No, she went over here. She's like, I'm gonna have some more. And I looked at her. She's like, no. I'm like, just finish them
No,
off. We saved them
all
for you,
yours.
man.
Yep.
Those are yours. Okay, so we got a third opinion on our thicknesses. Alexis said 5s is perfect for sandwiches, BLTs, and stuff like that. The 5.5 to 6 are good for breakfasts and stuff like that. Just that little bit of thickness added, probably 3 millimeters, makes a big difference. So she just is going to take 3 pounds of bacon because she just came in here and can't stop feeding her face on the cooked bacon over here.
Which ones?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, look, there's one piece for the road.
Thanks, Alexis.
All right, Mom, keep these.
Yep, I'll
Okay,
just
I'll be
keep
right back.
wrapping.
We just finished wrapping the 2 slabs of bacon. 3 pounds, actually 4 pounds, went to Alexis, our friend, neighbor, and my work associate. She took 4 pounds, 2 thicks, 1 thin, and then the bacon chunks. We call them chunks because I cut them a little bit bigger than like bacon bits, so they're a little bit meatier in case you want to put them in a soup, salads, potatoes, or something like that. You got a little bit. You can always cut them down smaller, but you can't make them bigger. You know what I'm saying? So right here we got we're calling it regular cut, which is the 5 centimeter dial on the gauge. And then these are the 5.5s, which we're referring to as our thicker cut. We can go thicker, you know, if people wanted a little bit thicker, but that's looking really good for breakfast bacon right there for when you're wanting for breakfast. This is good for the sandwiches, BLTs, clubs, stuff like that. And then the bacon chunks. So turned out really good. I think we got this dialed in. I appreciate you watching. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and have a great day.